Hi, this is Sherrie Gasquey with a screencast on teaching students how to validate a website. I chose the Dr. Martin Luther King website. A lot of times my kids do research someone or, to do a biography on, and Martin Luther King is a great role model. So when I Googled this site, it popped up, and the name of it is A True Historical Examination, Martin Luther King Jr., and it's recommended for teachers and students. But the first thing I would teach my students is to go to the address bar and look at the URL. Look at the different extensions that websites provide us with. This is a .org site, which means organization. You have a .com site, which is commercial, a .edu, which is education, and there's many others. That's just to name a few. But this organization does not mean that this is a good or bad organization. It's just anyone can sign up for a .org that signs up for a website. Then I would tell my students to actually look at the content on the page. Use your common sense. If the content looks authentic, then it probably is. If it doesn't, then you might want to look further. If you look at this is on the home page, and it is an excerpt supposedly out of Newsweek magazine, and it's really hardcore. It's that night King retired to his room at the Willard Hotel. Their FBI books reportedly, and it just talks about, but then it goes through some pretty harsh language. I've read Newsweek. I've never seen Newsweek print language that way. Maybe it's something, that I've just not seen. Rap lyrics on Dr. King's site, and they're new. I would say that is not something that Dr. King supporters and followers who would do a positive site about Dr. King would put on his site. Also, I would then teach my students to go down and ask about the author. Where is the author of this site? There's not one. There's no phone numbers, nothing to to get in touch with anyone about this site if you have problems. And lastly, I would take my students to the links and tell them to click on a couple of links and see where it takes them. This is the Martin Luther King Jr. plagiarism page. Not sure about that site. I wouldn't think that would be a very good site for students. Suggested books. My Awakening by David Duke. A suggested book for Dr. King. I don't think so. And then it says, sorry, the page you were looking for could not be found. So those are the different things I would teach my students about validating a website, and just tell them to use their common sense. And this was Sherrie Gasquey with Walden University, application for how to validate a website.